Good morning, everyone, and welcome. If you could all please be seated so we can begin the beautiful ceremony. My name is Telia Coverdale, and it is truly a privilege to be standing here with all of you today as we celebrate two beautiful milestones of the life for a very special little girl, Louise Ann Reynolds. Today we come together not only to mark Louise's first birthday, but to formally welcome her into the world with a naming day ceremony. It is a time for joy, for reflection, and most of all, for love. The love that surrounds Louise from every direction, beginning with her devoted parents, Mary and Paul, and extending to each and every one of you here today. Before we begin, just a few housekeeping details. Please feel free to take photos during the ceremony, but please be mindful of those around you. There will be a special time for group photos and a birthday cake celebration following the formal ceremony. Toilets are located just inside the house, and if you have little ones who need a break, please feel free to move about. We want this to be relaxed and as comfortable for everyone here. Now, with that being said, let's begin the special celebration. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather and pay my respects to their elders, both past, present, and emerging. We recognise that this land was, is, and always will be Aboriginal land. We also acknowledge the incredible community that surrounds us. Mary, Paul, and Louise, family, friends, neighbours, those who have supported them in their journey and who will continue to walk beside Louise as she grows. Louise Ann Reynolds was born on the 11th of November 2024, a long-awaited miracle and a testament to strength, love, and unwavering hope. Her arrival was simply the beginning of a life. It was more the beginning of a remarkable journey. Mary and Paul, her devoted parents, have asked that we speak openly today about their journey, including the fact that Louise was conceived through IVF. They believe wholeheartedly that every part of their story deserves to be celebrated, not hidden. There were seasons of waiting, of heartbreak, and of quiet resilience. But through every doctor's appointment, every dashed hope, and every new attempt, one thing remained constant. Mary and Paul never gave up. Their love grew stronger in the waiting, and so did their vision of a child they hadn't met yet, but already loved deeply. And then, finally, Louise arrived. From the beginning, Louise has had a spark about her. Even as a newborn, she would lock eyes with people and with an uncanny sense of awareness as she was already studying the world. Family often jokes that she is an old soul. She seems to know more than she lets on. Now, at just a few months old, Louise is joyful and endlessly curious. She's already trying to mimic sounds, babbles non-stop during story time, and laughs, a deep, contagious laugh. Especially with her cousin Emma, does her wobbly giraffe impressions. She reaches for faces, clutches fingers with surprising strength, and squeals in delight when her grandparents sing her old Irish lullabies. Louise is growing up surrounded by cousins who dote on her, grandparents who spoil her, with songs and stories, and parents whose love is fierce, boundless, and utterly devoted. Paul can often be found rocking her in the early mornings, humming a tune from his childhood, while Mary reads her favourite books, even if Louise is more interested in eating them for now. As for her name, Louise, it means famous warrior. A beautifully fitting name for a little girl who has already shown more resilience than most do in their lifetime. It speaks not only to her own strength, but to the strength of her parents, who brought her into this world with courage and conviction. Her middle name, Anne, is a graceful tribute to Mary's grandmother, a woman known for her community, for her kindness, her steely sense of justice, and her impeccable homemade shortbread. Granny Anne, as she's still lovingly remembered, believed in raising strong girls who speak their truth, a legacy that now lives on in baby Louise. Louise Ann Reynolds, a name that carries history, hope, and heart. A child whose story is already of perseverance and who is surrounded by love, ready to write their own chapters, one joyful moment at a time. Louise was born on November the 11th, a very powerful date in both astrology and numerology. As a Scorpio, Louise is naturally intuitive, passionate, and deeply loving. Scorpios are known for their strength, emotional depth, and powerful sense of loyalty. In numerology, the number 11 is a master number, symbolizing insight, creativity, and a spiritual growth. It's a number that reflects Louise, both leadership and in deep connection to the world around us. Louise is born under stars and numbers that speak inner wisdom, determination, and grace. I'd now like to invite Louise's grandmother, Mandy, to share a beloved excerpt from Dr. Seuss reminds us of all the possibilities that lies ahead for Louise. It celebrates curiosity, courage, and independence, qualities we hope she will carry proudly into her future. Thank you so much, Mandy, for sharing their beautiful reading. Your words and the love in which you spoke them have added such warmth to today's ceremony. Mary and Paul have invited two very important people here today to take on cherished role in Louise's life, her guide parents. Sarah and Peter Lawson have been close friends of Mary and Paul since their school and university days. They've travelled together, laughed together, and supported each other through life's many changes. Sarah and Peter, your friendship is a treasured part of the family story, and today we honour your role in Louise's future. You may not carry the title of guide parents in a religious sense, but today we appoint you as Louise's guide parents, trusted adults who will love her, encourage her, and guide her with compassion and care. I'd now like to invite Sarah and Peter to come forward and stand beside Mary and Paul and Louise, just as you have done so lovingly throughout Louise's first year, and as we know you will continue to do for many years to come. Sarah and Peter, do you accept this responsibility and promise to support Louise throughout her life, offering her friendship, guidance, and love? At this time, we invite Mary and Paul, along with Sarah and Peter, to participate in a unity lighting candle. Fire has been a long symbol of warmth, hope, and life. As we light these candles, we do so to represent the unity of this family, the strength of the community around Louise, and the light that guides her path. May this flame remind us of the love that surrounds Louise, now and always. Thank you, Sarah and Peter, for your beautiful commitment. You may now return to your places, but know your role in Louise's life is just the beginning. Now we are honoured to hear from another very special person in Louise's life, her grandfather. A man whose love for Louise is as vast and endless as the skies, and who, like big nut brown hair in our next reading would say, I love you to the moon and back. Mark, we invite you now to share this beautiful reading, a reminder of just how much love surrounds our precious Louise. Thank you, Mark, for sharing the beautiful reading with us. Your love for Louise is truly evident in every word, and it warms our heart to know how deeply she is cherished by you. We come together, one of the most heartfelt moments of this ceremony, a special message from Mary and Paul to their precious daughter Louise. We now take a moment to share a little music, something familiar and fun for our youngest members of our gathering, and something that speaks to friendship and belonging. I'd now like to play You've Got a Friend in Me by Randy Newman. Louise, may your days be filled with laughter, your nights with peace. May you grow to be strong in spirit, gentle in heart, and wise beyond your years. Mary and Paul, may your journey as parents continue to be full of love, wonder, and discovery. To all present here today, thank you for being a part of this joyful celebration. Your presence today is a gift to Louise and to the family she's lucky to call her own. We now come to a very special moment in today's ceremony, the signing of Louise's naming day certificate. This certificate represents not only the formal acknowledgement of her name, but also the commitment and love that surrounds her family and friends. As we sign this certificate, we mark the beginning of Louise's journey, one filled with endless possibilities, love and support. The name we give our children carries so much meaning, and today we celebrate the name Louise Anne Reynolds, a name that will carry throughout her life, a name chosen with love and intention. I would now like to invite Mary and Paul and the guide parents, Sarah and Peter, to come forward to sign the certificate on behalf of Louise. And while they do so, we will be accompanied by a piece of music that reflects the love and joy we feel for her today. And now let the celebrations begin. Happy first birthday, Louise, and welcome officially and joyfully into the world. Thank you. Thank you.